Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Tonight, we're going to be watching The School of Good and Evil. Very cute movie about the power of friendship and magic and all types of things. I'm not going to be starting the movie for another 30 minutes or so. I wasn't really planning on going live tonight, but just that's how it shook out. So I scheduled the movie in Discord for 9 p.m. my time, which is Pacific time, about 30 minutes out. And let me put the Discord link in. Pin that up there in case you want to come in. But I'm going to spend the 30 minutes trying to kind of decompress and self regulate. I had a panic attack earlier and needed to take the time to do that. I haven't had a panic attack in a while, and it's kind of rocked me a little bit. So that's okay. It happens. And I think with that, I just need to, you know, sometimes just take a breather and get my brain and my body on the same page. So yeah, it happens, and I think that's an important part of talking about mental health recovery and stabilization is that you're not always going to have good days, which I know I talk about quite a bit, but it just never ceases to be important to talk about. So, what I'm doing and working on right now is these gloves, these fingerless mitts. I call them the ooze fingerless mitts because they look like something oozing down your hands. I got commissioned 4 pairs of them, 2 in the black and green and 2 in black and purple. And then I'm also going to be working on some of the weighted gloves that I have been doing. So I am asking the person, because this person's ordered from me before, it's very nice. I know them from high school. They are they have arthritis, and I was like, let me see if this is actually helpful for people with arthritis. So instead of putting the weight in there, I'm gonna make a pouch that they can put a hot or cold pack in, a small one, and see if that works to kind of help alleviate some of their symptoms. We'll see. I was just like, I'll give them to you free. I just want your honest feedback. So we'll see. I have a lot of stokes on the fire, or whatever the expression is. I am currently working on looking for uh, pattern testers for my mosaic crochet for the updated 2026 version of the Halloween bag. And I haven't had anyone. I've had one person I've talked a little bit about, about it with, but they prefer written patterns, which I totally understand. Everyone's going to read patterns differently, but I've only done the videos from last year and the uh, yeah, I did the video tutorials. And what am I trying to say? Okay, thanks for coming in, Zach. And the graph, and not everyone likes those particular methods, which I understand. Okay, so I've sewn in my end. So I finished one pair of the four. Then I'm working on another pattern for Daniel. That's kind of become my lowest priority with Halloween ramping up. I'm trying to also think about what I want to make for the magical make along, because that's something that I am super excited about as well. I'm partnering with Lexi of Helix uh, fame, I suppose, and we're going to be working on something together. I'm super excited about the concept. I hope it reads how I want it to, but we'll see. Right. So there's two gloves right there. Just like that. So I wrote this particular pattern last year for Halloween, and I'm glad I wrote it down so I can reference it easier. I'm starting off with a foundation half double crochet. Definitely not a requirement, but because you need stretch to get over the widest part of your hand to get to your wrist, I feel like this is a perfect time to use it. So yeah, if you are moderately familiar with mosaic crochet and you want to take a stab at my pattern, feel free to let me know. Oh, sorry, I'm just like not 100% yet. I'm better than I was a little bit ago. I took some anxiety medication. This part always requires a little bit more concentration. Yeah. Let's just sit here and talk. I can crochet while we're watching the movie. If you haven't seen the movie before, it is a really cute movie, and uh, I really like watching it. I know most of the movies I want to watch this 100 Nights of Halloween. I want to watch as many new movies that I haven't seen. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. If anyone wants to come up, I will drop the link, assuming that you're cool. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't realize how bad I was until like the panic attack was not resolving, and I was like, okay, I need meds. So I just there's just certain things that I'm like, I didn't think that affected me that much, and then all of a sudden I'm in the midst of it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, makes me want to peel my skin off. Pass. So yeah, so I know that this is 100 Nights of Halloween um, live, and we will watch a movie. I had already scheduled to be at 9 p.m. my time, so in about 18 minutes. So we will definitely watch the movie. But I figured, well, with Lori getting offline, and then and just me kind of needing to kind of recenter, rezen all of those things, that I would just come online and chit chat for a little bit. I It's funny. So I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. I am currently working on um, two sorry 4 pairs of these fingerless mitts. I'm going to be making 2 in this colorway, which is a sparkly black. That's Red Heart Metallic and black. Um, yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I didn't even have 2 knitting needles. I mean, I know I've seen my other straight knitting needle um, somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So it's literally, I was literally knitting with these. Yeah, I'm happy to help. And there were a lot of people who really knew what they were talking about. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't know what to do um, when if I came up. So it's fine. It's fine. I just didn't know. I was like waiting kind of patiently just in case like you didn't need me to come up. But yeah, a little knitting trick is that you don't always need knitting needles to knit. I mean, sometimes you're just a place and you want to do something. Um, and you can't substitute a lot of things for crochet hooks. They're kind of special in what they do and how they're shaped. But using pens, pencils, paintbrushes, things like that, sometimes they just make it work. So it's just not always ideal and it's not fancy. I don't have a solution for circulars yet, but yeah, it was cool to see Annette. Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with the wall of yarn that she had. It looked so organized and amazing. I was like, ooh, that's nice. But because I've had this for a little while, but I haven't used it yet. When I first saw it, I was like, do I have knitting needles? But no, they're straight crochet. And I also tried using these. It wasn't that bad to use as a knitting needle, but it wasn't great. So these are straight Tunisian hooks. Oh, thank you, Zach. Of course, I'm happy to help. And Lori, I don't believe you've seen what you're about to see yet. So I'm super excited. Let me show you this real quick, and I'll show you. And then these are the cabled Tunisian hooks. I believe they're called. Okay, is everyone ready? Get ready. because you're about to need to be ready. I hope I can do this while I'm feeling like this. Okay, you ready? Lori, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. It's very kind. And also, Zach, if I don't remember to send that to you, just remind me again. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Yeah, I used Tunisian hooks, and the only thing that was difficult about it was getting it over the hook head. Everything else was totally fine. So this is a 5.5 millimeter hook or a 9. So what I did first, I tried a 5.5. You love it. It's okay, Zach. It's okay. Like I said, if I don't remember, you can ask again. So I tried using a 5.5, but the head was a little bit hard to get over. So I moved down to like a 4. But then I don't have my size quite right. But it's just for practicing. I mean, honestly, like, it is fun to knit and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be the worst thing if I get a little space cleared out to get some circulars. Like when I was, I mean, I had a couple different sized straight needles, but once I moved to like, okay, I'm mostly gonna make hats when I knit. Um, I just had like a pack of 16-inch uh, needles, circulars in multiple sizes, multiple gauges of the hook, and that was fine. So yeah, I mean, I was like, this is close enough. The end of the pencil isn't very sharp, but it did the trick. It was good for purling, but it wasn't good for knitting. It was a little harder for knitting. But I've used pencils, I've used pens. Um, I'm sure there's all kinds of things that people have done that to make it work. You know, we're all just trying to make it work. So that's okay. Yeah, I just did that little animation the other day. I think I could probably do something cooler with it, but that's where I'm starting. At least. But yeah, I thought of a funny story. So the girl who commissioned this, I know her from high school, and she's nice, and we weren't super close or anything. We kind of had overlap in friend group, um, but that's mostly it. But she's bought like a baby blanket for me before and stuff, and she's very nice. Um, but her mom was my voice teacher for a couple years, and I did like outside voice lessons. And I was remembering the story, and I think it's funny. I told my dad. He did not seem to get the humor in it, but that's okay because there's reasons. Um, but whenever I would go in, um, like first of all, like the voice teacher was always trying to get me to sing higher, and that's pretty standard for women and girls. You try to get unlock their higher register because it's easier, and most women want that. And I didn't. I was like, "Let's go lower. Let's go lower. Let's go lower." And she kind of was like, "What the fuck?" Um, and then um, like you could bring your own songs that you wanted to learn, and all of the songs that I would bring were male vocalists. And like one time she even was like, you should bring some female vocalists, like just trying to be like, hey, like I don't understand why you keep on bringing female vocalists if like these men are like routinely like deeper voices, routinely have deeper voices than you. And I just like refused to bring these like songs by women. And looking back on it, I'm like, this was a sign. This is a sign of things to come. And you did not notice. You did not know that you had gender dysphoria around your voice. You just thought that um, wanted to sing lower and had no desire to sing higher just because some people just feel that way. Nope, that was not the case for me. It's just one of those things that you look back. They call, hi Daniel, welcome in. They call when you are trans before you come out that you're an egg, and your egg cracking is when you come out, either to yourself or others or whatever. And so, like, it's pretty common to look back at your time as an egg and be like, oh, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, there were signs. There were signs. So I'm making these gloves. I have 3 more pairs to do, and then I have 1 more pair of the other gloves. So, yeah. But I am feeling a lot better. I'm still kind of like on alert a little bit, but not as much as I was when I kind of came out of the situation when I was like so tense and just like, oh my gosh. And that happens sometimes. Panic is not anyone's friends. I want to give a big round of applause to all of my Calloweenies, Lori, Zach, and Daniel. I have been blowing up your phones, your computers so much, and I appreciate it. I know that part of it is just being excited for the holiday, and another part is the that I've been hypomanic, so I'm kind of having some manic symptoms where I'm like up, and the thing is like once I start talking, it's really hard for me to like dial it back. So like if you ever need a break from me, it's cool. Just let me know. um, but I just really want to thank you all for being my Calloweenies, my fellow Calloweenies, because I think this is super cool, and I'm super excited to see the changes we made to the bag. I'm not putting any changes other than the year on this. So hopefully everything I recorded for this side, even though it's worked in the round, so it's going to be a little bit of a bitch to figure out how to get this back in. But this side's going to be totally different. And hopefully that doesn't drive us all mad. You don't mind at all? Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So, what's everyone up to tonight? I know Lori just got off her stream. She was knitting. Um, and Zach, welcome in. I'm super excited to see what you make with the wig, Zach. Honestly, I think that Beetlejuice is a good character for what you're doing because his hair looks crazy. It's like if the hair ends up looking crazy, it's like, well, that's kind of the point, you know? So I will try to create an exhaustive list of everything you'll need and hope that that helps. This is one of the yarns that I had talked to you about buying. It's really hard to get its greenness on camera because it looks kind of like highlighter yellow maybe, but it is green. Like it's the same green that is on Tomb Sweet Tomb. It's that same color. I don't know if you can tell. See if I can do this without just destroying everything. So if you can see that green, that's the same green it is. That much closer to Halloween, absolutely. We have 97 nights until Halloween. Um, in 4 minutes, I'm going to turn on the movie that I had planned. You can watch it, you cannot watch it. It's totally up to you. And I've been going through a bunch of different uh, different designs and stuff. So originally, so I was working on a project for Daniel outside of Halloween, where I was going to make a cowl, like an infinity scarf. But it's just going to take too much yarn. I'm not feeling that. We like Daniel and I were talking about how it's just going to be so expensive. It's just not going to be worth it for most people. So I'm thinking of doing a crossbody bag with there's a couple cool stitches I looked at that I'm excited about, and there's a bunch of math and stuff, which almost broke my brain, and it's like second grade math, maybe fourth, but definitely elementary school. But I wanted to do a crossbody bag, and then I found this way to do a crocheted chain and have that go in front of the bag. So that's what I'm thinking. And I think that the pattern that I picked will use um, variegated yarn well. So, um, so I know that there's so much of what's going on behind the scenes for Halloween that I'm so excited for. And I don't quite know when to share it. I think one thing that was a little bit, we were just figuring out so much last year when we started Halloween, that we didn't quite know how people would participate. And I think that we have a good setup this year so that people can participate. And Scotty, stop licking yourself. I don't want to clean up your hairballs anymore. I love him, but I don't want him to be sick. Um, so there's so many things. We are gonna have exclusives. Um, we are gonna have patterns written by folks. We're gonna have videos, video tutorials on how to do things. We have live tutorials on how to do things, and it's just gonna be really cool. And I'm excited to be a part of it. I feel very lucky to have friends who are interested in doing it. Um, and so if you are so like one thing that I'll tell you all, I might have already mentioned it, but Daniel is going to be dyeing an exclusive colorway for this for Halloween, and if you sign up for Halloween, you'll be given a uh, discount code for that particular colorway, which is so cool. Like Daniel thought of this, brought it to me, and I was like, that is freaking cool because I mean, to give people the opportunity to buy hand dyed yarn, that's awesome, anyways. And then to have a pattern they can use it with, love that. So the yarn is going to come with a challenge on how we all use the yarn, and I'm very very excited to see that. Um, and I might be getting some things kind of crossed and mixed together because there really is so much going on behind the scenes for Halloween. So so that's cool, but I'm excited for it. So it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to turn on the movie and set the scene. If you haven't seen this movie, I would suggest seeing it. It's just so cute. So it's called The School of Good and Evil. It's on Netflix in America. set up. Okay, and let's get it set up in StreamRoom. So here's the Discord link. That's the wrong link. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. Okay, this is an ad. Oh, I was crocheting in black yarn. I'm definitely not going to be able to do that. That's okay. I was going to start my tester for the bag, but I don't have, yes, mood lighting. I need to use these bags more. They're just awesome. Welcome in, Lori. I was going to start my thing for the bag, but I want to use anti-pilling yarn. And I only have the Big Twist Living in the Pride patterns. Let me go do some research while I put the movie on. Swoosh noises. Yeah, when they describe the noises. So usually so weird, but I need closed captioning because my brain don't work. What do we think? Could these be contrasting enough? I'm afraid that when the white gets close, it will be hard to see the green. Or should I do orange? This is not anti-pilling, but right? I don't know who you said was cute, but they're both cute. So everybody is beautiful. Okay. So, man, I really wish I could get the lighting right. This is the green and the pattern. And this is the yellow in the pattern. I just need something that will stand out when it's next to white. I think the green has the best chance. To the bathroom. Honestly, this thing that I've been using for like the slime and stuff like that I thought was slime colored from Big Twist, probably would be the best. But I don't know what to do if I run out of it because I don't know what color it is. I love her hair. Race anyone? Now I'm like, what do I do? Because what I need to be working on is I can work on the gloves. No white, yellow, red, or green except lime or neon. I understand that, Zach. The thing is, the way I see it is you won't find out unless you try, right? And if you fail, if you don't do it well, that's fine. And we can set it up not on a live so that if you um, aren't comfortable, like we'll get you started behind the scenes. And then when you're comfortable, you can go in front of the camera. And like I said, if you want me to be live with you making a wig at the same time, we can do that too. Yeah, the dress is cool. The costume design in this movie is so good. She's like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Welcome in, Zach. Hey, Slave, welcome in. I love cake. Oh, bitch slapped the fuck out of a fairy. 3 months away now. Yep, 97 days. Yep, I like to do the 100-day countdown. We are in Discord if you want to come watch. 100 days from now, 2026 went by too fast. I know, right? But I do love when Halloween is close. If you want to come watch with us, drop the link. Actually, the link Nightbot just dropped. If you want to come watch, and if you don't know how to use Discord or anything like that, which it's confusing, I get it. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got a couple people in there watching it now. I'm crocheting some an adjustment to the trimmer glove, the weighted glove that I put together. So it has these elastics on your fingers that you put your fingers through. And then it wraps around your wrist like this. The elastic, the Velcro needs to make some changes. But there's poly pellets in here to give your hand some weight to help with the tremors. But I designed it so that you could also not close it up and then use it for hot or cold packs. So I'm giving a customer slash acquaintance a pair who has arthritis. Agatha is my favorite character by far. Boots under the dress, iconic. What an icon. Literally, Kerry Washington and Charlize Theron, just like, okay. And just wait, the cast gets better. This type of behavior would have me going like, nah. What school do you think you would be in? The one for good or the one for evil? Just based on like aesthetics and stuff, not based on what, their overall, mission is. Because like I know I'd probably end up at school for evil for the aesthetic. So to start this, I work on. I start with a chain and I work all the way around it, and then I work like that, continuous. My pattern is posted on my blog if you want to check it out. right? I'm sorry. Did I say that the actors in here are legendary? I'm trying to find measurements for a reusable cold pack that are the size that I want, but none of them are posting their measurements, which is rude. There it is. Seems like a great idea with a huge dress, right? Uh oh. It came for her mama. Gotta measure this because I think I might have found one that works. Trying to look for the right size packs so that she doesn't have to look for them. Okay, I think I found one, but it's a 12 pack, and I only want two. Sorry, I'm not very interested. I'm trying to look at the right. And yet we have another legend on the screen. Give me the product specs. smiling. So listen. What everyone thinks so far? This look right here is so good. Costume design on 1,000. She's like, I talked about my cat, like Sophie said not to. Just a little gnome humor. So it just looks like a little pocket. Honestly, this looks exactly like a Packer would, except it doesn't have the decreases. Oh, there's so many different ways to be quote unquote into Halloween. First of all, you never have to be into something just to honor someone. Just saying that someone else liked it and you missed his love of it doesn't mean you have to like the same things. Like my friend who passed, like there's a lot of things we had in common. There's a lot of things we didn't. And I whenever I think about the things that we didn't have in common, I can hear or see those things and think of him and it's really special because I know it's special to him, but I don't have to like that music or that whatever, you know. And that's how I think about it, if that helps. But maybe trying seeing some different Halloween things that kind of get into um, that kind of excite you might help. You never know, right? It's always good to try new things. Oh, this is me trying to grow a chest hair, except I have one chest hair than that. Yeah, it can't hurt to try something new. The worst that can happen is that you don't like it. first round completed because I never give up. Good job, Lori. I'm so proud of you. I know that you're trying so hard to master this new skill. It's challenging and frustrating at first, but it's a part of fun of learning at the same time. Okay. I feel like there's some hints there, some subtle hints. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome in. We are in Discord watching The School of Good and Evil. If you want to check it out, it's a really cute movie, really fun. If I make a really fun pumpkin hat for the cow, I think I could write a pattern. Cool. I'd love to see that. And honestly, if you don't want to write it out, if you want to do a video tutorial, if you, however you want to do it, I think that there's always different ways we can do things that work for us. You can if you want to. There's also the workbook that we have that's pinned in there, that link. I feel like that's a good place for us to just like bounce ideas off each other, see what everyone else is doing, so we aren't all making the exact same thing. Also, there's one more thing. So Daniel is dyeing colorway just for us, and so we're gonna do a one skein challenge with DK weight yarn, and we're writing out the ideas of what we are gonna make with that one skein. Like So I can show off the. Okay, so here's the workbook. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. And there's all these tabs at the bottom. This was just the cal ideas, was just what are we going to do for this cal. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Then design ideas is what you're going to do for your pattern that you write. So we're just writing all this stuff out. This is what I'm working on, and entering the cal is just what how I'm gonna get people to sign up so they can get a discount on yarn. Calendar is a calendar. These are all pictures of yarn inspiration for Daniel to dye. And then one skein challenge, which I'm gonna move up, is here's how much yardage is in the DK Hank, and then here's some ideas that we have on what we're gonna do. So that's kind of how to use the. Oh, I'm so tired. Which is weird because I like slept super late. I love the costumes. I love the hair. This movie is so cool. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Why am I like about to cry? Is it because I was all moody earlier? I think it is. I'm like, I'm gonna get up and stretch. This is what it's looking like so far with this little pocket. I've been trying to think about how I want to secure it so that it's easy to open and release. Um, because this person has arthritis, so I believe that means stiffness in the hands and fingers. So I don't want anything that's fiddly that is hard to do. So to do and undo. So I was thinking of a string and a button or two, and then going around um, the button a couple times to hold it in place, so that you don't need a lot of dexterity to do that. But I'm open to other ideas. What about snaps? Would snaps be easy to? Magnetic snaps. Her face is like, "Get away from me, fool!" 'The finger glow. They should have thought of a better name for it. Yes, it's descriptive, but does it sound stupid? Yes. 14 millimeter. Gotta have a makeover scene. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. It says that there's 3 different sizes, but it doesn't say the size that I'm getting. If you're just joining, we're watching The School of Good and Evil in Discord, which Nightbot just dropped. Okay, so I finished the pocket, I finished the extension on the pocket, and now I'm working on the wristband. Crocheting in the dark with cotton, not my best idea. She looks so beautiful right now. Oh my gosh. My body's so stiff. She makes an entrance. What's it gonna be? She looks rough. Okay, Lori. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Full face prosthetic is bonkers. Hey Daniel, welcome in. If I could, if I was like talented enough and had money and stuff, I'd make every single costume from this movie. And they wake up looking like the Black Parade. Okay, Zach. I mean, it's up to you. We do. I do want to resume book club. That's something that I've been wanting to do. So I know we use Discord for that, but it's up to you. It's okay if you're quiet in it, but like you're always welcome to make that call. It's such a cool premise for a movie. I love it. Bellows, triumphant cry. Now it's time for an ad. This guy's like 8,000 years old, and she's maybe 18. Here lies the body of Agatha. Princess spin down. Huge feather quill. It's like the height of her. Sneaky, sneaky. just like that's how it is. Okay, well, it would be cool to not have an whatchamacallit here, an ad here, but okay, rude, but okay. No rush, no rush. Isn't this such a cute story about friendship? Uh oh. Isn't that movie cute? What did you think, Chris? You said interesting. Yeah, I think it's a cute twist on like fairy tale movies and stuff like that. How you kind of can, things happen very predictably about who wins, who doesn't, things like that. Just a cute story about friends. And stylistically, I just think it's a really beautiful movie. The arrows turning into flowers. That was cute. Love that movie. Yeah, it's super cute, right? Yeah, so let's see. What have we watched so far? The first night, we watched Ghostbusters. Then we watched Good Witch on Philo uh, with with um, Lori's account, and I thought that was pretty cute. Rosemary's Baby is what we watched yesterday. That is what was going to happen as soon as they mentioned the kiss in the beginning of the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no shortage of um, uh, giving you a hint at what's going to happen, but it's still nice to see it like play out. And then we watched Rosemary's Baby yesterday. Rosemary's Baby is such a fever dream of a movie as it progresses, even if you know what's going to go. I've never watched the show, and I only watched the first movie. But I was like, this is super cute. Um, so, um, so yeah, I watched that on Lori's recommendation, and I think Zach's mom also really likes that movie. Uh, so I never heard of it, but it was really good. One thing that I found out that I am not a big fan of is that we can't watch any Disney movies or movies on Disney Plus in um, in Discord, or it will take away it'll like shut down the Discord server. I got a warning before when I watched a May mental health movie, and I watched Rental Family, and it tried to it like paused it for like a day or two that we couldn't watch anything. So Disney is a no go. So that does take away some things. There are ways we can watch Disney movies, but they're all going to have to be separate from Discord. Like it's going to be like behind the scenes in Restream, and we're not live. Yes, Disney is very strict. I've heard that from multiple people and experienced that myself. So, like, if Hocus Pocus, for example, we're not going to be able to watch it on Discord, but I can pull it in hopefully on a Restream, and we can do an invite and then have up to 6 people watching it at the same time. But we would be able to do it live with it. So, if there are any movie requests out there, tonight was a pretty late night for us to be watching the movie. Usually, I try to do it at like I honestly, Daniel, I don't know our time difference. Um, okay, so we are 8 hours behind you. It seems like. So this is a morning movie for you. So pretty much we would have to be watching pretty early in the day to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's 11:30 p.m. for me. So if I do my normal movie time of 6, then that is 2 a.m. for you. That's really late to start a movie. Maybe on the weekends we'll try to do some earlier movies. What day of the week is it now? Been a long time since I watched a whole movie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, if anyone has any requests, especially like Daniel, if you have a request that you want to watch, but it's like we'll figure out um, we'll figure out the time zone difference. Because if I did a movie at 1 p.m. and then it would start at 9 p.m. for you, and that hopefully wouldn't be too late. Something like that, you know? So there's so many movies we can watch. I'm really wanting to watch movies that I haven't seen before. Um, bedtime when it was over. Yeah, it really depends on like what your sleep schedule is like too. Like if you're like you like to go to bed at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., that is late. But like if you stay up later, then they said it depends on like the time of year that it switches over. Um, that the time change happens because right now it's an 8 hour time difference. Final Destination Marathon, absolutely. I did that last year with Crystal. I had never seen all of them, and I had only seen bits and pieces, like clips of them throughout the years. And I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Last year, I think they were on HBO because Bloodlines had just come out. But let me see, because that would be super fun. What's your sleep schedule like, if you don't mind me asking, Daniel? Just like in general, I know you work and everything, which we can also work around. Um, but if you're like, I go to sleep at 9, that's important to know. Or if you like prefer watching things in the morning. I'm not a morning movie person. We also have like some shows that we're going through like with so like I want to watch a movie every day, but I also am watching shows and stuff, which I can put on a show and stuff. My stomach is like, no, bitch, you can't do anything. I'm gonna turn the lights on because I can't see shit. I just watched the Hunger Games movies. I just went through all of them. Where's my remote? Because my remote's more reliable about telling me, my TV's more reliable about telling me what's available and what's not than like Googling it. Google's almost never right. Oh, it is back here. I just didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that. There's also like a lag of 2 weeks. Oh, wow. You don't really have one. I don't go to bed until 2 a.m. my time. Okay. Ooh, there's a new thing with Emmy Rossum. I love her. She did so good in Shameless. I'll have to watch whatever that is. I don't care what it is about. Okay, so what are we trying to? So we're looking for Final Destination movies. Also, I'd like to watch series. I think that that's something that we did for Final Destination last year, but we did not do for Scream, Scary Movie, um, Halloween, all of those things. Okay, so it looks like it is on HBO. Double check. The Saw movies. I watched Saw 1. I loved it. It was fantastic. So I would definitely watch more of that. So shows that I'm like watching after right now are The Last of Us, Wednesday, and Dracula, which I love Dracula. It's such a good show. Oh, Lovecraft Country. I haven't been watching that with you all. Actually, I have, but it wasn't for 100 Nights, so we could watch Lovecraft Country as well because that is fantastic and just such a. It's crazy how it puts this sci-fi monster layer over race relations in America. House of the Fall of Usher. Ooh, what's that about? The one thing I can't do because I'm too much of a scaredy baby is like possessions and stuff. Hauntings on Hill House, I don't think I can do. Those are like the one like category I can't do, and I can't do like The Ring and The Grudge and stuff like that. Just like I can't. In the description of this live, I have a Excel link. If you know that I've been obsessed with Excel this whole hypomanic journey that I've been on. But I'm keeping track of all the movies I'm watching. So if you want to keep track of all the movies you've watched during this time, you can join in on that. Okay, all the Final Destinations. It says they're leaving soon. Leaving Friday? I don't know. Is it too late for another movie? Feels late. Okay, let's see. I mean, Fallout is about to explain, but it's brilliant. Does it have any like possessions or haunting or anything like that? So it looks like Final Destination 1 through 4 are leaving Friday. Ooh, Happy Death Day was so good. I really want to watch Happy Death Day too. E.T. Takes place during Halloween. Yes, it does. And it, I consider creature features to be Halloween movies. So we could watch one Final Destination a day and watch all of them. Watch 1 through 4 at least before they leave. Yes, Batman. Yeah, um, only the one with Jack Nicholson, right? Yeah, The Crow would be good. I've never seen The Crow. I've heard great things. And I know it's like tragic and what happened to Brandon Lee. Let me write down these ideas. Okay, I'm willing to give it a try, but I might have to back out if it's too scary. And please no judgment. Okay, let me write down these suggestions. "2022: The Batman." I love that movie. I'm trying to think if it takes place on Halloween. I don't know if it's Halloween centric enough, but how about this? Instead of doing any Batman movies for 100 Nights, we reserve all Batman and DC movies until after 100 Nights, so after Halloween, because then we can watch the like every single Batman movie, the animated movies, things like The Long Halloween. Like the animated movies are fantastic. Hubie Halloween, yes. Donnie Darko. Yeah, see, I would consider both Hubie Halloween and Donnie Darko to be Halloween movies. Um, if you can let me know your schedule for the next couple of days, Daniel, I can try to work the movies around that, especially for the Final Destinations movies, because I don't know where they're going once they go off of HBO. No, I'm gonna put Dracula on in the stream room. One wants to watch, or we can watch The Last of Us Wednesday, or the other one that I said, Lovecraft Country. Predator. Mm-hmm. Night of the Demons 3 is good too. It's campy horror. Love that. If you haven't seen Dracula, season 1 is up on YouTube for free. It's a drag competition show that's all like horror, punk, alternative, underground drag, and it's so good. And I love watching it all year round, but I especially love watching it during Halloween season because it's the perfect time to watch it. So uh, I'm about to watch episode 2. So if you want to hop back into Discord and watch this with me, you absolutely can. This is what this looks like in the light, by the way. It looks like a little mitten for babies or something. But it'll hold a ice pack or a warm pack that hopefully will feel nice. Okay, so starting it now. In the first episode, so instead of doing lip sync for your life, the bottom two, they for the bottom has to go through this thing called an extermination challenge, and in the first one they got buried alive, and it was so it's a lot. I shouldn't hear from her hat for Scotty. I need to make Scotty some more apparel. It it is It's a drag competition show, so that's kind of where the similarities end. Um, but it's honestly, I don't watch RuPaul anymore. I watch this. RuPaul just got a little bit repetitive for me. Still love the queens and everything, but yeah, drag, all kinds of fun stuff. It's just kind of it's the type of queens that you would see if you went to your local pub that like does drag performances and stuff like that. That like they're not necessarily all that same like showgirl type. And while there have been plenty of queens on RuPaul that aren't that showgirl type, those queens tend to stand out a little bit more. Whereas it's just a whole different realm. It's so the tenants, they have three tenants of Dragula: filth, horror, and glamour. So that all those things make this really like special show. It's good. And like I said, season one's available for free on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of boring after a while. I don't feel bored by this show ever. And this is season one, so they are on like a very limited budget, but the budget goes up very quickly. But they still remain like solid. Like lots of like plays on gender and like all kinds of stuff. Years back, and that was the last time I watched. Yeah, I haven't watched since season like 14, 15, something like that. There's so many queens like I really like love and enjoy, but um, but yeah, it's just hard because I can't keep track of the winners and like there's just too many girls and it just feels tired sometimes. Yeah, I like seeing what the queens do after. Like I'll follow the queens after that I really like. I start to notice, but like the extermination challenges alone would make this show if it weren't already great. I think you would really like this. It's like Halloween RuPaul all the time, kind of. Yeah, I suggest it. That's great. Oh, so I was looking at potential colors for the bag, the Halloween bag. I have a couple of these. This is the the Ace flag, big twist living. So it's anti-pilling. I could just go get solids, but I was like, I have these. I might as well use some. But I don't have any solid anti-pilling here. But these are like Halloween colors to me. So I was trying to figure out what would be a best like contrast. Because like it's great if it's anti-pilling, but like it's not always possible. This like yellow green, uh, like bright pea soup green, and then this green. I think this green has the best contrast, but I don't know what it is. So estimating yardage, and if I run out, I don't know how to get it anymore. Green on. I know, right? It's the best green for the project, but I don't know what it is. So if I run out, I don't know how to buy it again. I what I truly think it was, what it is, like I think this used to be Big Twist Living in the color slime. No, sorry, Big Twist Value in the color slime. But now this is Big Twist Living and it is in slime. So I'm like, did they change the color or am I wrong about this? It feels exactly like Big Twist. It doesn't feel like Red Heart. It doesn't feel like anything else that I can think of and know that there's this color. So for this challenge, they're going to be female wrestlers. Big Twist green, and there's only a couple. If it is Big Twist, they've changed the color. So it might not be slime. It might be like spring green or whatever. Where are you looking? Are you looking on Hirschner's or Michael's or somewhere else? Mary Maxim? I think they changed the color. I remember. Think I remember buying this color. I know I bought slime a couple years ago, but I don't know. I mean, and like the thing is, I also was like looking at like orange, but I don't have enough orange, so I'm gonna have to go buy that if I use orange. I'm not super happy with Hershey's right now because they're using AI um, to do their email lists and stuff, and AI steals jobs from people, and I don't try not to support that as much as possible. But it's really hard because everyone's starting to do it. Orange would be cool, would be different from last year's pack. Yeah, and I'm like, where the hell is my orange? I have like a little bit of it that I've been able to find, but I don't have that much. I also looked online and was like, did Big Twist value change? But it doesn't have anything on there about it changing. I also have some like rainbow yarns and some um like I have some rainbow like velvet yarn that I could use. I guess a chenille, rainbow chenille yarn that I could do like rainbow all the way up and then do black for the details. That could be cool. But thing is, it's a 6 weight, so it would be a lot larger. Um, Still, it could be cool, like regardless. And I could just use a pretty small hook size for it to try to make it work with that. I have like I have pretty much all the pride colors. I don't have a lot of each of them, but I have some. Like I have the bisexual one. I can use like white yarn. I have the trans pride one. Could use black with that one. But like this wouldn't be bad. I don't think. I think it would still be easy to tell the difference between this color and the white of it. But I just don't think it has the same level of contrast. And then this is a bright yellow, which they don't carry anymore. This is like neon yellow. I don't. I don't know. This might work actually. Like the difference between the white and the yellow aren't like the greatest, but it's still pretty decent. I'd lean it to this actually over the green. Oh, that's not good, Zach. Ooh, that's nice. Let me look at some other colors that I have. So this is a yarn. I actually put it in the yarn inspiration. So this is a purple yarn. I now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, this is so much better. And we don't have to deal with the white problem. So this yellow could be really, really cool. Or the green. I'm really drawn to this yellow. But this yellow is also not made anymore, I don't think. But at least I know the name of it. So this is safety yellow. Now I know for um, now the one thing is the way this is spun. This is Spun Colors by Premier. It's 65 acrylic, 35 fine superwash merino. It's a little inconsistent. Um, it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Where it goes from thick to thin a little bit, but it's so I wonder if it would be good for um, I wonder if it would work for a mosaic. So it looks like it's not sold anymore. I would hope. Yeah, I don't even see it on like eBay. Yeah. So Premier has some really bright anti-pilling yarn. I don't think it's any of the. I don't think it's any of the yarn available from Hirschner's. I think you have to order straight from Premier, which is always. There's a highlighter yellow and a highlighter green that Premier has in anti-pilling. There's more color options in the anti-pilling for Premier. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go. No, I was like, I'm gonna go with a chenille yarn. I'm like, I don't want a big fucking chenille bag, do I? I mean, I'm gonna use that yarn. This is definitely an option, but being nervous about not being able to get more of this yarn, I'm like, well, what happens if I run out? I don't know. I haven't used it at all, I don't think. Now they're gonna wrestle. I wonder what it would look like in chenille. I don't know. I'm so indecisive right now. Hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna finish this episode, then I do feel like it's easier to color match highlighter yellow rather than like the greens because tones can change a lot. Yeah, the loops and threads has a neon yellow that looks like it could match this. So I'm just gonna go for it. So, Dan, whenever you've got time and you want to work on these together, I'll work on this. And if you give me time, I'll probably just buy you yarn. Although the show is not like the number one show in the world, I don't know. It's so good. They are really going at it. The whole thing is like falling apart around them. Fucking propaganda. Hi everyone, welcome in. I'm finishing up episode 2 of Dragula. Tonight we watched The School of Good and Evil. Tomorrow we're going to watch Final Destination 1. Love the show. Okay, well, thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Appreciate it, as always. Um, Let me see. I think I have an appointment tomorrow. Wait. I think there's is there a holiday today? I think they might have moved my appointment till Tuesday because of a holiday or some reason that they didn't have the office open. So I will try to be up early enough that we can watch something that works with Daniel's schedule. We'll start Final Destination 1. We'll get through the Final Destination series in the next week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me as always. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.